find yourself in the zone only to be pulled out by a random thought like, don't forget to buy the toothpaste, or you still haven't replied to that email? What if I told you there is one simple habit to protect your brain's creative power and keep your flow uninterrupted? That's exactly what I'll teach you in this video. Most people don't realize this, but protecting your brain's capacity for deep work starts with how you handle interruptions. Here's the habit I teach all my clients. Capture every unrelated thing that surfaces mid-flow. This is an extremely powerful practice I don't see enough people using. Whether it's internal thoughts or external distractions, if you don't give them a place to land, they'll steal your focus and clog your mental bandwidth. Let's break it down. Define what your official capturing tool will be. You probably know the feeling of having scattered notes, each time on a different place. Post-it notes, back of a bill, random paper, notepads, back of your hand, a napkin, or worst of all, keeping it in your head. What you need is one designated place to capture thoughts and demands as they arise. I know I wrote it down somewhere. This should never be a thing again. So, choose one digital place. I recommend a phone app because the phone is always with us. I use WhatsApp's chat with myself, but any phone's native notes app is a popular choice as well. And choose a physical option as well. And here's why. In some situations, it may be indelicate for you to be on your phone. Because of this day and age, even if you're taking some serious notes on some class you're watching, the impression that you give people is that you're texting someone. Another reason is you might just be out of battery, or have tired eyes, or you may want to have an offline day. Those are popular. Besides, having something non-tech, something tangible, is actually recommended for people who are easily distracted or are feeling scattered. So you use strategically this physical tool to avoid the phone's distractions. This needs to be travel size, compact enough to fit bags or back pockets. You need to carry this with you like it's your companion. These things need to be on you all day, every day. That includes, with the phone app, having a shortcut on the home screen or keeping the widget version handy. How to use it? Use it actively during work. Here's where this tool shines. Meeting notes, quick thoughts, new ideas. That one thing you forgot to do yesterday. A nice thing to say to your friend later. That follow-up you need to do. Things you need yet to figure out. Half-finished thoughts. Even emotions that need release. Doctor notes. A task you just remembered. Yes, you could get distracted if you went straight to your to-do list. A favor someone asks you to do later. Or if it's urgent and you have to switch tasks. Use it to write where you stopped and where you were going. What was your train of thought? So you can hit the ground running when you come back to it. Another reason to use it is for high stress moments in life. When my dad passed away, I had this mental fog that lasted maybe a month, and it kept me from doing really basic things like holding numbers in my head. I couldn't, it was just impossible. And I used a notepad literally like my brain, not a second brain, like my actual brain. That's how much I needed it, how important it was to just keep me going, doing basic things. Also, people with shiny object syndrome, you probably heard of this. Instead of following every excited new thing, capture it. People who are really creative, always overflowing with ideas, you need this habit. Use it actively in your personal life as well. Before sleep, if your mind's racing. If you like Harry Potter, this can be like Dumbledore's pensieve. You can offload thoughts and worries so you give your mind rest. You know when you can't quite focus on the movie because you're thinking about work? Pause it for 1 minute. And offload your thoughts and worries onto paper so it's safe and won't be forgotten. And return to presence. This is the rule. Capture, return. Capture, return. Capture, return. As many times as you need. Remember, it's about avoiding the avoidable. One thing is receiving a call or a door knock. That needs immediate attention. But if it's something like oh, the washer's ready, I should hang my clothes, which is the majority of our distractions. It can likely be given a seat and answered after your deep work session. Process what you captured. Don't skip this. This capturing tool is a temporary place. Remember this. This is a key concept. You gotta process the items in there and give them a home. So what's the frequency? Daily processing if your volume is high, or weekly at a minimum. To process, you do the following. What is this item? Does it need action? If so, it goes on the calendar or on your to-do central, depending on the nature of the task. No action needed? Simply archive or delete. Cross it off. It's that simple. Funny fact is that with a physical notepad, it becomes lighter as time passes because you just remove the pages as you go. It feels kind of good. Why it works. Uncaptured thoughts are like guests banging at the door for your attention, packed with emotions that tag along with them. This habit I showed you gently says, thanks for coming, here's your number, have a seat, I'll get to you soon. You see, when it's nothing urgent, this is all the attention that they want. To be seen, accounted for, and handled at the appropriate time from a place of serenity, not raw emotion. Without this habit, you either write out answer the distraction, shoo it away, or hope that the brain will precisely snooze it to when you're free. None of those are sensible decisions. You want to capture it so it stops humming in the back of your mind. Just like a loaded RAM on your computer, it silently affects your performance. With usage, this habit will bring so much relief from overwhelm. Because each time you put something down, you're telling your brain, hey, this is now accounted for in a trusted place. It won't be forgotten or lost. You can now let go of it. You'll start experiencing the sensation of peace and control that comes from returning to deep work with your clear mind. Want to know a funny fact? I have a pet peeve when I ask someone for something and they turn it right back at me by asking, can you remind me about this tomorrow or next day or next week or after whatever? Please take responsibility for your to-dos. The ball is in your court. Enough turning this around. Instead, just answer, let me write that down so I don't forget it. And instantly just get some points for that self-responsibility. This habit helps you reclaim your flow, your ideas, and your time. Like every habit, it needs practice and patience. But once you feel the mental space it creates, you won't want to work without it. And I'm here to support you as you build that system. Leave any questions you have in the comments down below. Thank you so much and I'll see you around. Ideas and time. Tag along with them? Is that right? A favor someone asks you to do. Meu Deus. Ai, que coceira. It feels kind of good.